Ella,
Yeah?
you want to go anywhere?
Oh yeah, I think we need to buy our groceries because it's already finished at home.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Bataras.
Okay, let's go.
Isham, Isaac, our food stock at home is almost finished, and now we don't have anything to cook and eat. What shall we do?
I agree. Our rice is almost finished. I think it's time to go restock our groceries and go to Bataras. Let's go.
Yeah?
I think we need to buy this. Are you okay?
Okay, but...
OMG, it's so expensive the price here.
Yes, I think the last time I bought it's so cheap.
Yeah, I think around 5 ringgit.
Yeah. But
OMG.
we need to buy it.
Yeah. Okay lah.
If you guys notice the skyrocketing price is slightly getting out of hand, especially for basic like rice, sugar, and flour.
I noticed the grocery bill from last month. The price has subsidized. The increase is substantial.
I wonder what's causing this sudden surge in the prices. There are reports of inflation affecting essential commodities worldwide.
It's hitting our wallets hard, and we need to find ways to cope with it.
What we can do? Even though the price is high, we must buy our groceries.
Lan! Come here. I think we need to buy...
Which one?
I think this one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what? That's so
What?
expensive, huh? I think the last time, I think 2 years, not 2 years, oh my god. Last week.
Yeah?
Last week, I buy only around 20, yeah, 20 something.
I think it is because of subsidy. Don't you think like that?
Maybe not subsidies. I think one off, but I think the right now is global. What? What is called? Inflation.
Oh yeah. But we need to buy it because it's our important thing
something
at
like
home. Yes, so
Okay.
I think we need to buy it.
This one?
Yes. Okay.
Subsidies are financial assistance or incentive provided by the government to support specific industries, business, or activity. They aim to promote economic growth, enhance competitiveness, or achieve social objective by reducing the cost of production or consumption for the beneficiaries.
First and foremost, the government introduced subsidies to the public is because obviously it is to keep products and the service costs low so that the consumers and customers can afford them.
Subsidies are typically implemented by governments to support specific industries or activities. This is done through financial assistance, tax break, or reduced costs for goods and services.
The government introduced subsidies to the public is because obviously it is to keep products and the service costs low so that the consumers and customers can afford them. And subsidies is also to encourage production and consumption. The fact that the government implemented subsidies is because to encourage production and consumption, as said just now. So when the subsidies are provided by the government to subsidize the supplier, then an industry or company is able to make the producers produce more goods and services.
Hello, my name is Intan Iriani and I'm going to present about the types of goods or services that include subsidies. So as you can see on the first slide, the first one is education subsidies. So Malaysia has various education subsidy programs and financial aid initiatives aimed at making education more accessible for different segments of the population. These subsidies are often targeted at different levels of education, from primary to tertiary education. So, let us start with the primary and secondary education. Malaysia provides free education for primary and secondary levels in government schools. While this is not labeled as a subsidy, it effectively serves as a form of government support to ensure that basic education is accessible to all. Secondly, is higher education. The Malaysian government offers various financial assistance programs to support students pursuing higher education, such as, for example, PTPTN.
Ni dia wujudkan untuk bantu you sambung belajar dekat IPTA ataupun IPTS. Kalau overseas tak boleh. Kalau you nak bantuan pergi overseas, ada dua cara lah. Dapatkan beasiswa ataupun FAMA, father mother kan. Bayar sendirilah. Kalau you boleh belajar sampai sana, you don't need PTPTN. At least your parents don't need it lah. Dan PTPTN ni bukan terhad untuk diploma dan degree saja. In fact, kalau you nak belajar PhD atau kursus-kursus profesional pun boleh juga. Tapi untuk masters dan selebihnya, untuk budak-budak IPTA sahaja.
So, as we all aware, PTPTN provides study loans to eligible students for tertiary education. The loans are meant to cover tuition fees and living expenses. In some cases, part of the loan can be converted into a scholarship if the student meets specific criteria, encouraging academic excellence. Oh, not to forget the scholarships and grants. The government and other organizations offer scholarships and grants to outstanding students based on their academic merit, also the financial need, and also another specific criteria. So these scholarships aim to encourage talented individuals to pursue higher education, and also, not to forget the My Brain scholarship. This scholarship is specifically designed to support students pursuing postgraduate studies in science and technology related field. Thirdly, book vouchers. The government has implemented programs providing book vouchers to students at various levels of education. These vouchers can be used to purchase textbooks and also educational materials. And last but not least, financial assistance for B40 group. The B40 group, referring to the bottom 40% of the income earners, may receive additional financial assistance and support to ensure that their children have access to education. And then, let's move on to the educational aid for orang asli, which is the special programs and aid are often directed towards the indigenous orang asli communities to support their access to education.
Hello, my name is Isaac Anwar Simbako. I'm going to present my part, which is advantages of subsidies. Subsidies can provide various advantages to individuals, companies, students, and governments. For individuals, it's fuel subsidies. Subsidies on fuel to keep price low for consumers. This helps individuals by reducing the cost of transportations and indirectly the price of goods and services. And the second for individuals is food subsidies. The government has implemented various food subsidy programs, especially for essentials items like rice and cooking oil. This helps ensure food security and affordability for the general populations. For the second advantages, which is for companies, it promotes the industries. By promotions of industries, subsidies can be used to promote specific industries or sectors that are crucial for economic growth or development or national security, fostering innovations and growth. For example, palm oil industry subsidies. Next, for companies is competitiveness. Subsidies can enhance the competitiveness of domestic industries by reducing production costs and making products more affordable compared to foreign competitors. And last, for students, it is affordable education. Education subsidies can make education more affordable for students, encouraging enrollment in higher education institutions. For example, Vietnam students' fees are being subsidized, which explains why the fees are quite cheaper compared to other universities.
Moving on to the disadvantages of the subsidies. So, while subsidies can have a certain advantages, they also come with a set of disadvantages, and these apply to Malaysia as well. The first one is budgetary strain. Subsidies can impose a significant burden on the government's budget, especially if they are not well targeted or efficiently managed. This strain can limit the government's ability to allocate resources to the other essential areas such as the healthcare, education, and also infrastructure. And then the second one is market distortions. Subsidies can distort market mechanisms by artificially influencing prices. This can lead to the overconsumption of subsidized goods and services, inefficiencies in production, and a misallocation of resources.
The question that I want to ask you is, what is your thoughts regarding to the subsidies that implement in Malaysia?
I thought subsidies are a form of government assistance that aims to reduce the cost of living for the people, especially the lower income groups. Subsidies actually can cover various items and services such as fuel, cooking oil, electricity, water, transport, food, and social welfare. Also, subsidies can help control inflation and maintain price stability.
So the next question is, will the subsidies kill the economy of Malaysia?
To answer your question, as an expert, I will emphasize that the impact of subsidies on Malaysia's economy is nuanced. While subsidies can provide short-term relief to specific sectors or citizens, their long-term sustainability is crucial. Excessive or mismanaged subsidies have the potential to strain the economy by creating fiscal imbalance, contributing to budget deficits, and hindering resources allocation efficiency. And also, it's essential for policymakers to carefully assess and adjust subsidy programs considering their economic implication to ensure a balanced and sustainable economic environment in the long run. While subsidies alone may not kill the economy, their mismanagement could lead to adverse consequences if not carefully monitored and adjusted.
The recommendation that can be done by the government to improve the subsidy system is by the implementation of the targeted subsidy system in 2024 is a wise move by the government to help ease the government fiscal burden and reduce the poverty and imbalance. The ministry has done a detailed study in providing models and options that can be implemented for the targeted subsidy system. The model and the choice map take into account the balance between achieving the goal of strengthening the government fiscal position and at the same time ensuring that aid is best allocated to the people in need. The subsidy given by the government has a good and bad for the national economic growth. In terms of positive, it can lowering prices and controlling inflation that are especially applicable in the area of production cost inputs such as fuel prices, particularly when global crude oil prices are rising, Many countries subsidize fuel costs in order to keep prices from ballooning. A greater supply of good government want to increase the access of their population to goods and services such as water, food, and education.
So for my part, I will talk about the taxes and also subsidies cuts. So Malaysia will progressively cut subsidy and launch new taxes including for the luxury good next year as part of the economic reform, which is this implement is to tighten the finance for Malaysia. So I have some information that our Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim has said that 393.8 billion ringgit are the budget that to fixing the economic imbalance and helping the people to cope with rising costs living in a global economic slowdown. Starting next year, the subsidies will be implemented in phases, which is our government hope that by plugging the subsidy leakage, Malaysia can pass on the savings to the people with increased cash aid and higher wages.
Personally, whether the government should continue to impose subsidies for Malaysian households such as rice, flour, cooking oil and others. Some people may think that subsidies are necessary to help the poor and low-income groups cope with the rising costs of living, especially in times of inflation and global uncertainty. Others may argue that subsidies are inefficient and wasteful, and that they create deeper dependency and distort the market. Therefore, I think there is no definitive answer to whether imposing subsidies for Malaysian households should be continued or not. For me, it depends on various factors such as economic conditions, social needs, political priorities and preferences. I think it is important for the government to balance its fiscal responsibilities with its social obligations, and to ensure that its policies are fair, transparent and effective.
Healthcare subsidies in Malaysia play a crucial role in ensuring access to medical service for the population. These subsidies are often aimed at reducing the financial burden on individuals, especially for essential service and treatments. The decision to continue or modify these subsidies depends on factors like the country's economic conditions, healthcare demands, and the government's commitment to providing affordable healthcare. Striking a balance between accessible healthcare and sustainable fiscal policies is essential for effectively subsidy management. So in my personal opinion, my answer is yes, these subsidies should be maintained because affordable healthcare encourages individuals to seek preventive care and early intervention, leading to better overall healthcare outcomes and potentially reducing the burden on the healthcare system. Other than that, healthcare subsidies protect individuals from the financial burden of unexpected medical expenses, preventing them from facing several economic hardships due to healthcare costs.
In my opinion, imposing subsidies to Malaysians must continue for fertilizer subsidies for farmers, depending on how well the government balances the benefits and costs of their intervention. Subsidies for Malaysian farmers are a complex and controversial issue as they have both positive and negative effects on the environment, the economy, the farmers' income, and the consumers' welfare. Subsidies also can help farmers afford essential inputs, overcome various challenges, ensure food security and self-reliance, and also create employment and income for rural communities. However, subsidies can also distort the market signals, increase the fiscal burdens, encourage overproduction or wastage, and reduce the incentives or motivation for innovation or sustainability.
I got so much motherfucking design on right now.
Break it down, bring it back, make it clap. I got 3 old thoughts, new guap, where that thing, bitches on my line.